Alright, today I'm going to give you guys a detailed look at this Pocket World figure. This is, if you recognize this sphere, then you know it's Green Goblin. Alright, so when you first get this out of box, you get the glider, of course. Really nice looking glider. Ooh, this thing is almost... But working pistons. You can kind of see in the bottom there. Okay, there's the glider. And then when you open this tray up, and put that tray away. When you open this tray up, you get Goblin himself. A weird proportion looking Goblin. And then you get a bunch of hands and then 2 bombs and a base. Look at that. There's the base. Really nice. Look at that. Push that up. Lay that down. There you go. And then you get bomb gripping hands. You get a pair of relax hands, and then a pair of fists, and also 2 bombs. 2 these what do you call this? Pumpkin bombs. Yes, there you go. It's metallic finish, so really nice. I like that. So yeah, you get 2 of those. And you also get a head sculpt. Now, I went ahead and bought a... I still don't know whether I'm pronouncing this correctly. Is it maniple? A maniple? Maniple? I'm not sure. Studio, and they make these 1/12 scale bodies, so I bought one and put Norman Osborn's head on it. So if you want to do that, you would first have to remove this this existing socket joint that's attached to the head sculpt, and then it's easy. You just need to heat it up and you should be able to pop this right off. So initially, when you first get this figure, this is attached to it, and Norman Osborn head. And I don't recommend taking this head off because it goes into the body. It goes in the turtleneck, because the turtleneck is a very, very form-fitting turtleneck. So let me slide this head off a little bit. I don't want to take it off because if you try pulling this, the neck is going to go with it. And you're going to have a hard time putting this back on because it is, like I said, it's form-fitting, and it tapers on the top, so you might have a hard time putting this back on. So anyway, so I took the bottom off, and then there's the body. I just slide this on here and it fits perfectly. Norman Osborn. So let's take a look at Norman Osborn first. Okay, the body itself, I'm not quite sure whether I like this or not, because I don't like the fact that this piece comes out on the side here, so it may look like it does as a shoulder pad some sort. So it looks a little weird. I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to cover up the joint so you don't see a separation between the arms and the shoulder, but it doesn't look that well. It looks like there's a separate piece that's going over. It looks like this is one piece and then it goes over, so it doesn't line up with the it doesn't look like it lines up with the to the sleeves at all. But the body itself is really tight, really stiff joints, so that is good. I like that. And then they have another version where these buttons are open up. I figure I'll just get the one where it's all put together. So there's the figure, and this is ball hinge joint, and the shoulder, and double jointed elbows, and then there's a ball hinge wrist. Torso, there's a ball joint here, and then the legs are really tight. These drop down legs, but I worry that I'm gonna snap them in half or something. But looks like they're really sturdy. They should be okay, but here you could, I'm not sure if you guys see it. There's the ball joint right there, ball and socket joint. And then the knees, a little past 90 degrees. And I believe this is a ball jointed ankle. And then there's no toes articulation. There are 2 peg holes on the bottom though. So this is the video for the suit itself. So there's Norman Osborn. I think this looks great. The arms is on a ball joint that's attached to the torso, so that's why you can see a little separation between the arms and the torso here. So you just need to slide this back up. So there's Norman Osborn. Most likely he's just going to be standing anyway, so it's okay since he's just going to be standing. So I'm okay with this. But if you are looking to get a body for John Wick or for Bruce Wayne or stuff like that, would I recommend this body? I'm not sure. It is a very sturdy body though. It is nice, but I just don't like this piece right here, not sticking out. So I'll put him aside and let's take a look at Goblin here. So Goblin, pretty much what you can expect, because the armor pieces are glued on to a bodysuit, of course, and range of motion. If you move the arms, of course, it's going to bunch up. The outfit is going to bunch up because it is a bodysuit that he has on, and it is just panels that are glued on top. The torso. This is something that's concerning. So if you bend the torso here, the abdominal section, you can see it bunches up right here on the top. This is not so cool looking. And yeah, if you throw the arms around, this whole section just bunches up like crazy. So that's something I don't like. And then crotch, this is the abdominal piece. The this thing is attached to the crotch. That's all one piece, it looks like. And then the breastplate is just one breastplate. And the knees, let's see, this here is a thigh piece, is a separate piece. And then the knee, it's a separate piece. Shin guard is a separate piece. And then you could kind of see where it ends right there. So there's a ball joint right there. So when he is in a flying pose, I would usually pull his pants down a little bit just so it covers up that joint a bit more. But here's the glider, and he goes on here like so. I'm gonna give you a pose, and you guys could take a look at it. Okay, so one thing good about this base is that you can flip it over, and then there's a peg up on top, and this is where you put the glider. And there's a hole underneath the glider, and then you just peg that in. It's an okay stand. It's not the best, but it's not horrible either. But yeah, so alright, push him back a little bit. So there, I have Goblin on this glider. I mean, articulation wise, it's not as articulated as I wanted to, but of course he's wearing a bodysuit, so I mean, it's unavoidable. The SHF I think is going to be really good. All the Legends, I think those would be really good because they're not wearing a bodysuit, they're actual joints. You can manipulate, so you should be able to get those figures to do a more dynamic pose than these. Then this one, or the 1/6 scale one, which I reviewed a while back, and also the Hot Toys version, that one's also wearing the bodysuit. So either way, all those are not gonna give you dynamic poses. I mean, he could still stand on the glider, but it's not gonna crouch like you want it to. So I think this is a decent looking pose for Goblin when he's flying, when he's riding the glider. I think this looks really nice, but again, like I said, on the ankles, you can see the separation between the bottom of the outfit and where the top of the boot starts. So you do get a separation there, unfortunately, but still a really nice piece. But if you're gonna get one, I probably wouldn't recommend this. I probably would tell you to either get the SHF or the Legends, because those are more affordable, and they will give you better range of motion too, and you won't have to worry about playing with it as much as this one, because this one you create creases, and over time you don't know whether the suit's gonna tear or disintegrate or what. But for now it's cool because you don't see any of the joints. Yeah, that's cool. I like that, except for the ankles. But overall it is what it is. It is still a figure that's wearing a suit, so, but the tailoring of it's nice though. Look at that. Stitching's nice. There are no weird looking stitchings or anything like that with the suit. And then you can kind of see the shoulders where the seams is. Where the seam, there's two seams right here. There's one right on the back as well. And, let's see, further down, looks good. And then as far as the glider, there's the ball joint right there. It's kind of like the was the Toy Biz was the one that made the first movie figures, and that one here, there's a ball joint. It's the exact same as the Toy Biz version or the Marvel Legends version. I'm not sure, but I think it's Toy Biz. And the pistons, they do work, and the articulation is exactly the same as the older version. And the color of the glider is nice. Not sure how accurate this is. It seems a little dark to me. And then it would have been nice if these right here were pumpkin bombs, because they're supposed to come out from here. These are just black spheres, I think. Yeah, they're just black spheres right here. It would have been nice if they were actual pumpkin bombs that are sitting in there. So let me give you one last look before I take the figure off the glider. And overall, I do like this pose. I'm okay with this pose. Yeah. Alright, so as far as Goblin's height, he is 6.25 inches in height. I'm counting the top of the helmet. And then with the Manipo Studio body, Norman Osborn is 6 inches tall. So yeah, honestly, I do like it. I do like the set. It is what I was expecting, because I know the ankle is a little loose on this one, on this body here. Everything else is nice and tight, but the ankle's loose though. Yeah, such a shame. But yeah, as far as this figure is concerned, it's a good looking figure, and I was not surprised by the by what I was getting, because I know ahead of time that this is a bodysuit and it's gonna get creases. It's gonna produce creases when you pose them, and I'm okay with that. But if you are not, then this might not be a figure for you. Honestly, I think you might want to wait for the, again, you might want to wait for the SHF or the Marvel Legends, because those will give you more dynamic range as far as figure is concerned. But I like this, and I'm okay with the purchase. But if I were to go back and decide whether to get this or not, I don't know, because this is a little over $100 with the glider. I don't know. Norman Osborn head sculpt is nice, but it's not as nice as the Marvel Legends one though. Marvel Legends one's got that really devilish look on his, with that grinning face. That was so good. This one is more vanilla pose, a vanilla looking head sculpt, but facial expression, but still a really pretty accurate, like I said, I think it's a really good accurate interpretation of DeVoe. Is it wait, what's his name? William DeVoe. Yeah, so yeah, good interpretation of him. And yeah, I do recommend this if you're a Spiderman fan, if you're a Goblin fan. Yeah. Oh, let me do a comparison with SHF Peter Parker. Alright, here's a size comparison. Wow, I didn't realize Tobey Maguire is that much shorter than Goblin here. So he is not even to a shoulder, is this correct? I mean, he is really short though, look at that. Maybe that's correct, I'm not sure, but that's what we have. And I think it's okay. Yeah, because he's supposed to be a teenager, right? At that point. So he's fighting Goblin, and yeah, it's awesome. Love it. And so there you have it. There's Green Goblin. You know what? Let me take him out. Take him out. So there's that size comparison, and there are the two. So there you have it. There's Green Goblin from, which company is this again? PWToys or Pocket World. So there you go. Thanks for watching.